What's going on, guys? Ryan here, back again with another video. Alright, so we got a pretty good story here. This is for PlayStation. According to this, Polyphony Digital, the developers of Gran Turismo, are actually working on their own real-time ray tracing technology. Now, the new ray tracing technology, as of right now, is a big thing with the new RTX cards from Nvidia. Nvidia showed off these cards a while back, and everybody lost their minds. Now, the big payoff with the new RTX cards and ray tracing is the fact that they can now have mirror reflections. Mirror reflections allow you to make a simple scene, right, like an explosion, look that much more immersive, as you can clearly see with the explosion. You can actually see the stages of it, right? You'll see the spark, the explosion, and then you'll see like it reflect off the car. So the car will get that orange hit first, and then you get the big explosion, and then you'll have all that extra detail with it. Of course, with the destruction of the actual car, like glass and everything of that nature, combined with that. That is what they're doing with these new cards, and everybody lost their minds. You know what I'm saying? The 2080 Ti is definitely on everybody's list as for must-haves when it comes to PC. The 2080, the 2080 Ti, and the 2070 and Ti of that one as well. So that's what's going on with that, and I can see a lot of people looking at this and going, oh my god, are we going to get the exact same thing on a PlayStation 5? Sadly, I don't think that's possible for the PS5. I don't think you will get that, but I do believe that Sony will have their own variant of this, and the same thing can be said about Microsoft, since they're both going to be powered by Ryzen Tech. I do believe that they will be looking into this to give you more detail in the actual games itself. This is actually possible if you think about it, with them just taking techniques. Remember, we saw this with Rapid Pack Math. Rapid Pack Math allowed them to add more detail, so to speak, and increase performance. In theory, though, he said that, but with this particular thing, I do believe that they probably would use this to give you a little bit more detail in, whether it be in like the explosions, whether it be in water effects, like you going past a puddle, you can see, the actual reflection clear. I can see them doing stuff like that. That's actually not bad. It'd be cool. Now, this doesn't mean you're going to be getting insane explosion effects. I mean, don't get me wrong. I guess you can say that depends on the developer and the engine, but I don't think they'll go over the top like that. I just don't. And I'd rather see that than, that's something I need to see to believe, basically, for that whole thing. But you get what I'm saying. You can get some pretty good upgrades out of this for sure. More realism in your games. Like you can see, like in the demo I'm showing you, you can see like the fire, like the reflective fire in his eye and all that. You can get stuff like that. Like that'd be cool. If with the PS5 and the new Xbox, I think that's possible. I think they would look into something like that, and for them to have their own variant, again, that's another cool thing. But does this mean that third-party developers will jump on board with it? To tell you the truth, this is something I think is going to be strictly for first party. I think first party dudes are going to take more advantage of this, and which is why Microsoft needs to bring it with first party studios going against Sony, because we already know Sony's going to push the hardware for sure, and they're most certainly going to dazzle you with every little technique they can squeeze out of the box. So this is where Microsoft needs to really shine at as well. But I do think this is something that first parties are really going to push. When it comes to third party devs, only a select bunch of third party devs might actually push this, if this is an option in terms of using in your games. Most of these third-party developers, like you guys saw this generation, even with the Xbox One X, despite having the big power advantage, right, the Xbox One X is not necessarily, being pushed heavy, like super heavy, like they promised, or like Microsoft expected it to be. Remember, it's mostly like they'll have the advantage in graphical fidelity 90% of the time, right? But in terms of like how it looks, it's virtually the same across the board, with only small minute details here and there in the scenes. And that's really what they've been doing with Xbox One X. They've been keeping it very same. And the reason why they be keeping it the same is because the PlayStation 4 is the top platform. They're not going to, gimp one platform for the other, especially when that platform doesn't have the biggest install base like the other. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. It's all about business. And that's why I told people, you can't just rely on third-party games. It's really the best way to incorporate that is, it's like a tag team, right? In wrestling, it's like a tag team. It's a team effort. You need two things. You need first party and you need third party. And I thought we established this, especially when you go back to last generation with the Wii U. Remember Nintendo with the Wii U? Nintendo struggled with the Wii U. The Wii U has some great first-party games, and that's really all it was known for, was just a few good, first-party games. That's it. The third-party developers just did not cling on to it, and that right there hurt the system. Remember, the wait times in terms of waiting for those first-party games, despite having some good ones on there, was ridiculous. You had to wait so long to the point where the late great Satoru Iwata came out and literally said, "I apologize for the lack of new titles," and that is exactly what happened. So that's what I'm saying. You need a tag team effort here. You need both. So that's what's going on. But, going back to the ray tracing, again, it's possible. I do think they'll have their own variant, their own method. That's one thing we've been seeing a lot of when it comes to PlayStation, and hell, even Microsoft, is methods of giving you a more immersive experience and methods of giving you more performance. So, for sure, I do think that this is possible. I do think that we'll have, better looking cars and whatnot. And yeah, it should look good. Should look good. I can't wait to tell you the truth. I'm more excited for the reveal because I really want to see their first demos of the the games actually running on the hardware. I actually want to see that, to see how big of a gap we got. Like for example, when I first saw the Order 1886 and that whole crazy contortion, werewolf transformation, from the dude to that, what I'm saying, that was just insane. And then as you progress in there, it gets even more insane and twisted when you get to the actual vampire sections. So I want to see if they can actually improve upon those type of things. And of course, there's many other games I can throw out there, like games like Until Dawn with the Wendigos, and what else? There's just so many games out there, but you get what I'm saying. There's so many good examples of games that can most certainly take advantage of this, and I think it'll be cool, especially when we're talking about, like, it really can affect anything, like, your horror games, all that, that'd be dope. I would love to see this. And hey, it'd be great. I'm looking forward to it for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got on there. I think it's a cool feature. I think it'll work. I think all of us can benefit from this for sure if they really are working on their own, because something tells me it's not just them. If they are working on their own ray tracing, I don't think it's just Polyphony Digital. I think there's more Sony first-party developers, definitely. I think Naughty Dog for sure is definitely working on something like that. They're just tight-lipped about it. So we'll see. We will definitely see. It's all about the demos. The demos are really going to tell a story when it comes to these next-gen consoles. But as far as this, I mean, again, it's cool. I'm definitely down for the idea. I think that will definitely benefit everybody, and I think everybody will have a more immersive experience, and that goes for a double for Microsoft. Everybody should have this. So yeah, for sure. That's my thoughts on it. I think it's interesting for sure, and I do think it's possible. So take it as you will. Take it as you will. Take it as you will. Don't expect no crazy, insane cinematic experience like what you guys, or not cinematic, but don't expect no insane like explosions and that type of detail with a PlayStation 5. Nah, that right there is exclusive to one platform, and that's PC. So unless you want to go to PC, you can get that on every game that's going to take advantage of RTX cards as of right now. So that's what that is. But I think that's about it. That's all my news I got for you. So it's interesting. It's definitely good news. Great way to end the year pretty much. And I think, yeah, it's exciting. So that's it. That's the video. I'm Ryan the Professional. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button. I do appreciate it. Definitely stick around. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that bell icon. Stay up to date. If you miss the RGT podcast, which was last night, shout out to everybody who was there. It's on the channel. It was pretty funny. It was hilarious. One of the best episodes yet. And it was a great way to end 2019 for sure. Thank you guys so much for that. And I will see you guys later. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be easy. If I don't get to upload, tomorrow or whatnot, hey, don't matter. Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you guys again. And I'm out of here. Deuces.